this is Marlene with Dixie Quilters. I have been getting finished with Francesca Fox so that we could open up the mystery quilt from Fat Quarter. I am so excited. I've never done this before, and I got my first package, I think it was Friday of like 4 days ago. And I can't believe it's taken me this long to get started on it. But I'm gonna get started tonight. It comes in beautiful packaging, and this is very, very reasonable. I believe I was charged less than $20 for this packet to come. It's a block of the month, all year long, I believe. And so we'll finish it up next May, I believe, something like that. And I did purchase the finishing kit, which was about $150 to $70. I'm not sure quite what. I'll look it up. But I did not buy the backing. I know many of you do, but I'm gonna give it a shot and make it with its finishing kit. And I'm sort of excited. I love the fabrics. This one is called the Designer Mystery Block of the Month. The fabrics, I believe, good grief, I wish I knew. But the designer this month is Corey Yoder of Coriander Quilts. Remember, we're doing Kelly & Co. every month too, on the third Saturday, I believe it is. That's coming up this weekend. And look at these gorgeous fabrics. This is so delicate and so pretty. And my favorite, peach. And look at that one. Just darling. And then this one is an embossed, well, I don't say embossed, but it has a pattern to it, but it's off-white. So there's our fabrics. I'm going to go ahead and get them cut out, find a little more information about what we're doing. I can't show you all the excitement here, but let's see. There's nothing more in there. I'll look up some more information. This first block, though, is Clear Sky. And it's a lovely star. So how many of you are doing this? Put a comment in if you're working on the Designer Mystery Quilt too. Some people have been doing them for years and years, but goodness sakes. My first one, I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna get to work on this and get it all cut out and ready for you to see, and then we'll go ahead and put it together. Okay, thanks. Be right back. Hi again. Well, we have all the pieces cut out. We've got some big blocks, we've got some medium-sized blocks, and we've got some smaller blocks. So I even had to take a few minutes to read it twice and then 3 times because they identify the colors. Then you have to read the sizes too to figure out which ones you're cutting into 4 pieces. I know some people look at this and think, oh yeah, well, that's how you do it. Well, it actually took me a minute or two. I have to admit it. So I'm going to get those cut into 4 pieces. Let's get started. This is that beautiful sort of like an Icelandic white. And I'm going to cut them into 4s. This would be probably where I could use that turntable cutting board, but the one I have is sort of slippery. So you'll probably laugh at how slow and deliberate I have to be to make these work. There we go. Yes, looks good. So we have 4 of those, 4 sets of 2. This is 2 of them, and we're going to do that. Maybe I'll try cutting them both ways without moving them. We'll try that this time. Boy, I don't know. I've been known to mess up on stuff like that. No, we're not going to do that. There we go. Hot diggity. Okay, now we'll cut these. Those are so pretty, and some of the little spots are little peach birds. So cute. Okay. Make it right. Okay, I'm happy with those. Do it again. Wait a minute, that one looks like it's not perfect. Alrighty. So we've got our bigger ones cut into fourths. Now it says to grab two of these. One of these. And I'll bet one of these. Yes. So we're going to make 8? Huh. Well, let's do that. Let's figure it out. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that'll be enough. It's a sunny day here in Oregon. My garden is getting watered as we speak. It's not growing very fast. I don't think it's grown at all in the last week. may need to go give it some food or something. I mean my garden, you know. Not you, Hannah. I already fed you today. Come here and say hi. Come here and say hi. Yeah, come here. Oh, closer. This is Hannah, my dog. Hi, Hannah. Hi, big girl. I tried to rescue another dog last month. And we tried real hard, but we found her in less than ideal situation, so I was able to help her find a new home. Don't scratch my arm, please. So there's a local rescue in Salem here, and they helped me find her a home with a family quite a bit further north. So they came and retrieved her. She was a 7-year-old Labradoodle. Very lovely dog. Let me go show you what she did to my clothes, though. Hold on. Beep, beep. This dog was a chewer. This is my cushion on my couch. I have to figure out how to fix that. And then these are my expensive jeans that actually fit pretty good. And they're not meant to have holes in them. And then my favorite is sweatshirt. Absolute favorite sweatshirt. I've had it for probably 5 years. There's a nice big hole in there for aeration. So that was over a period of 3 weeks. I gave her a lot of love, and I gave her food, and I bathed her, and I fleed her, and I took her to a groomer that cleaned her up quite a bit for me, thank goodness. She was a really pleasant dog, not a snarl in her, but when she'd get frustrated, she'd chew up the couch or chew up my clothes. So I helped her find a house in another city that has a lot of land and outbuildings and a dog-proof area where they already have dogs. So I think that'd be a great idea. And she was happy to see these people and went home with them. So real happy. And they were vetted by the refuge people. So that was great. All right, that's my dog story. Tell me one of yours. Oh, my Hannah girl, only thing she chews on is her paw now and then. Not all the time, though. Anyway, okay, so here we go. We've got 8 of these to make. I'm going to go ahead and get started on them. I think I'll put these 2 together and then these 2. That looks like it's upside down. They're sort of hard to tell what's upside right and what's upside down. There we go. Careful when you pick these pieces up, that if you're turning them around, you don't end them up with the opposite directions. I'm sure you never do that, but boy, I've been known to do bounced anything. Like on my Francesca Fox, I actually turned those upside down, the second row, my foxes. It so upset me because I didn't really catch it until row 4. So I decided, oh, now wait a minute, how'd that go? So I decided that they're going to be, each row was going to be every other, upside right, upside wrong. And if somebody asks me, I'm going to say, well, I wanted them to be upside right. To some people, both directions. So. And if you look real closely, you'll notice that I didn't do flowers on the bottom row of borders. I made so many of those dumb little flowers, I was so sick of them. So, you know, I'm just not perfect whatsoever, not one bit. So just, when you look at that one, just smile along with me. Don't be perturbed with me for messing it up. And then leaving it that way. Alrighty, well, we got all those parts put together. This is a good toy. How many of you are also working on the Gâteau, the May Sew Sampler box? Have you got that one started yet too? Okay, while I'm ironing, I'll put this on pause. Okay, here we are. I pressed all of them towards the green. I wonder if that's what they said. No, they said to make them an open seam. Oh, fiddlesticks. I pressed to the green so that when you put them together, then they go different ways. I think that'll be nice. I mean, I try to follow the directions on these things, but oh well. Now, if there was more than one seam, I'd want to pin them. But there's only the one seam, and they are laying pretty flat since I ironed them. Let's see if I can get them to pretty straight. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and punch those together. I think I'll slow that down just a tad. Those bias edges love to get excited and move around. Much better. I was talking to Lynn Lockard lately, and she said she's got oodles of quilts to work on for the summer. Isn't that wonderful? That means lots of us are out there, a lot of you out there are sewing up a storm, creating and making beautiful things. You know, what's the first question that people ask when they learn that you're a quilter or you show them any of your quilts? What did they first ask you? Who are you going to give that to? It's like I don't know that who I'm making them for, and it has to be a utilitarian project or we're not happy. I just like to make them and look at them. And besides, I give away almost every one I've made so far. I like to have a couple in the can for any babies that happen along or any weddings that happen along. Be sure to do an even 1/4 of an inch. I have the needle positioned under I have the needle positioned so that I can run the fabric along the edge of the presser foot, and that gives me a 1/4 inch. Now the presser foot is not designed to be that way, but I can adjust the left to rightness of my needle, which I then have measured. Boy, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a sew sampler quilt every month because I'm just barely got gâteau cut out. Did I make any blocks? Let me look. No. Oh boy, I better get on that. Is that the same fabric? It is. Oh, you guys probably already knew this, darn it. But gâteau for the May sampler is the same fabrics, coriander quilts, that we're doing the mystery one in. I'll be doggone. How long would that have taken me to figure out, you know? In fact, I did get some things put together. Let me get sidetracked here and do these. I think that Gâteau has a lot of little squares because we're doing those 4-patch cornerstones around the cutout portions of the panel. Oh, I guess I did get some sewing done on it. Okay, well, that's something. We'll come back to that again. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, we're going to go iron these guys. I just realized that my lovely summer dress in black eyelet is now loaded with white strings everywhere. Life is grand. I think I'll cut off these ears. I wonder where these, I think these came in a box. Could have been a pastry shop box. Could have been a, well, I don't remember. I guess it was the year before last that I was really, let's see, would that have been 24? No, 24, 23. Must have been like 22 and 23 that I was buying boxes of sewing goods for quilting. And then I took a whole year off and made clothing. So that would have been 23, 24. And I made dresses and I made blouses and I made an unlined jacket with lapel. You know, it was really structured nicely. And I made my husband a suit coat about forever ago. I learned all kind of interesting things like horsehair under the collar and the 3 different grades of interfacing under the collar to make it roll, and then you had to have a ham to put it on. If all of this doesn't make sense, then never, just forget it, because I'm not going to do that again. That is too much work. Okay, let's see now. We got these guys fixed up. We are ready to proceed. It says, oh, trim it to 3.5 by 3.5. Okay. Let's see. What do we do for that? That is a 4.5. This is a 1, 2, 3.5. Oh, this is a 3.5. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of cutting. Don't you love it when you're trying to use one of these and they wobble? Maybe I'll go get that twirl around thing. Oh, I've got 2 of them. I wonder, I don't know that name on this one. But I think it's too slippery. Let's see. This is an OmniGrid one. We'll try it. Now there's a marking on here that indicates where the center is. So I'll just put that right there where she belongs. I don't know, that looks pretty good. What do you think? Pretty precise. And it matches the 3.5s that are already cut. Yeah. Okay, looking good. Next. Stop that. It still bounces around a lot, but at least it's lined up there. It's a little bit off. This tedious stuff, I didn't used to do it. And you know what the quilts look like when you don't do the tedious squaring up stuff. I used to be so upset when they wouldn't go together nice. And I finally went to the local quilt store. I'm thinking that this is what I talked with the owner of the quilt store, and she says, well, Marlene, you really need to, if it says 3.5 inches, they have to be 3.5 inches. So honestly, I didn't want to hear it, but I accepted that that's the truth. All right, we line up that diagonal line across the, and then there's a little corner that shows you where the center should be. Boy, that's sort of scant up here and plenty down here. That's the center. I think this one's the biggest one yet. Well, that went pretty fast. What's next? Now it says to make a double hourglass. So make this one seems to be a little small, like 2 or 3 threads. There, those 2 are more similar. Hot diggity, we got those done. Wonder where my watch is. All right, those are going to be on the outer border, and now we're going to make some inner stuff. So fabric E, fabric G. G. Gee whiz.